Greetings everybody, it's Emily from Of Pages in Ink, and today I will be talking about my read-along for The Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer. So I just realized how many books are in this series. And if you do want to participate in it, you don't have to read all of them. You can only read like the main 4, or just Cinder, or maybe the prequel type thing of Ferris. Or if you're really into graphic novels, you could just read Wires and Nerve. I have all of them. Or you could read the novella collection, Stars Above. Anyway, moving on. So, this read-along is going to start next month, starting the very first day of the month, which is March 1st. And every Wednesday and Friday I'm going to try to make a post, and it takes place on Tumblr. I don't really know how I would be able to do it with you guys on YouTube if you don't have a Tumblr. But if you want to participate, just follow me on Tumblr and I will post the announcements. And there will also be a tag. I believe I have it tagged as TLC Readalong or Readalong Challenge. There's going to be a bunch. There's a announcement post on there too. I'll put the link down below as well. And if you don't know anything at all about the Lunar Chronicles, like this is a completely new topic, concept thing for you, or even a read-along. What a read-along is when everybody reads either like a certain genre, or a certain idea, or in this case, a certain book series, and kind of discuss it. Like everybody does it at the same time, they read at their own pace, so there's not necessarily a need to like read a book a week, because I don't even think I'll be reading a book a week. This is probably gonna go into April, which is my birthday month. Anyway, and you don't have to, like I said, you don't have to read every book in the series. You can read whatever you want, or as far into it as you want, as long as it's the series. That way you can participate in stuff like discussions, because there are fun little things we're going to be doing. So there's discussions, there is a photo challenge, I'm going to try to come up with ask questions one day. There's going to be other things. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do like reading sprints, and maybe a playlist challenge, maybe possibly like a fan cast for the characters. I'm going to try to do like a whole bunch of different things for this one. But now I need to introduce the story. So if you don't know anything at all about this series, it starts with a cyborg girl named Cinder. Cinder is a mechanic living in New Asia, like hundreds of years in the future. It's after World War IV, which, if you know anything about your history, has not happened yet. And honestly, hopefully it never happens, because world wars are not fun. But anyway, she, like I said, she works as a mechanic. And her sister, Peony, after the flower, she contracts this plague that's been spreading across the world called leutemosis, which people have pretty much thought that it originated up on Luna, which is basically the moon that's been turned into like a moon colony and is led by a queen, and her name is Levana. So Cinder finds out that she's lunar, which isn't a big spoiler because I'm pretty sure it'll say it like on this thing. But she finds out she's lunar and that she's immune, and they're going to try to use her blood to make a cure. She meets Prince Kai, who invites her to a ball, and if you can't tell by the shoe and the fact that her name is Cinder, this is a science fiction Cinderella retelling. But it also branches on into other books, and as the plot extends, she meets a bunch of other people in her search for, basically, for Princess Celine, as well as, a way to stop Queen Levana from taking over planet Earth, because she's got this scheme to marry Prince Kai of New Asia, which would make them allies and pretty much make her queen, and then once she's queen of New Asia, she's going to attempt to take over the world. It's pretty much the plan. So yeah. Cinder goes from New Asia into France, and she meets Scarlet and Wolf. And then she is able to rescue a girl named Cress from a satellite from imprisonment by pretty much Queen Levana. She has like a guardian type person, not guardian like parent or guardian as in she makes sure Cress is doing what she's supposed to be doing, and her name is Sybil. But they are able to rescue Cress. Oh, and at the end of Cinder also recruits a ship captain named Thorn, Carswell Thorn, which a lot of people really like. Then eventually they make their way to the moon, where they meet Winter and her bodyguard friend Jason. Then there are some other stories that kind of go along with the series. So there is Wires and Nerve, which is a graphic novel that centers around, I believe, Aiko, who is Cinder's personal like robot companion. She used to live and work where Cinder used to live, but her stepmother, because Cinderella, dismantled her, and Cinder was able to find her new bodies to occupy until they could find her like an actual body. Then there is Fairest, which is Queen Levana's like origin story. It kind of tells how she got to be who she is. And then there's also Stars Above, which is a bunch of novellas about the characters and like different small stories. To go along with the whole retelling theme, if you couldn't tell, Winter is a Snow White retelling, Cress is a Rapunzel retelling, and Scarlet is a Red Riding Hood retelling. So it's a bunch of fairy tales redesigned into this big sci-fi adventure, and I really adore this series, and I put a vote up on Tumblr as to which series I was going to do for a read-along in March, and it was between the Legend series trilogy by Murray Liu, or the Lunar Chronicles series by Marissa Meyer, and this one by one. It was close. It was tied and then back and forth for a while. Either next year or later this year I will try to do a Legend retelling, but it depends on how busy I get with school. But yes, so I'm really excited. If you guys want to participate, I will try to put the link, or I will put the link to the announcement down below. Like I said, this will start in March, and it will last all the month of March. And it does not matter how fast you read, how many books you read, or anything like that. This is at your pace. You can read whichever or whatever you want, and as long as it's part of the series, because it makes it hard to kind of participate in the series read along if it's not from the series. Just have fun. I did a read along for the Infernal Devices 2 years ago with my friend Sasha, or Whisper of the Silent Winds, and that was pretty fun. We didn't have a whole lot of people, but the amount of people that we had was actually made it fun. We created like Parabatai teams. We learned runes. We made up Shadowhunter names. I made like certificates for them. We did discussions and ask games. And then last year I did the Darkest Minds read along, Darkest Minds by Alexander Bracken, and we had maybe 3 people, possibly including me. So I'm hoping that you guys are interested and want to join in. Because I would like for more people to participate. It's really difficult to have a read-along and discussion with not a whole lot of people participating. So hopefully more people will participate. But like I said, there's going to be a lot of fun stuff. There's going to be possibly fan casting. There's definitely going to be a photo challenge. There's going to be an ask game at some point, maybe a playlist challenge. There's going to be discussions and like opinion questions. So like there's going to be questions on the book, like different plot points, as well as maybe like who's your favorite character, who's your least favorite character, what do you think about the world, and yeah, stuff and things. So that is my announcement. Last year I tried to make it all theatrical and like it apparently didn't go over well. So hopefully this one is a little more informative and you guys are more excited. If you have already read it recently, do not feel pressured to read it again. If there are books in the series that you have not yet read, go ahead and like maybe look at recaptions or recaptains, something like that. They recap books for you, so you can like catch yourself up on what you have already read, so you remember, and then you can read the next books. Or if you've read them so recently that you don't want to read them again, maybe, you know, you could get one of the side things, especially, you know, Wires and Nerve, which is the new graphic novel that just released this month. It's beautiful and shiny. And guess what? If you don't like dust jackets, just take it off. Not gonna change much of anything. Yeah, so hopefully you guys will join me. That is all I have for you guys today. I have finished Glass Sword, in case any of you are at all curious. So I've started King's Cage, and so far, so good. I actually really enjoy this series. The last book, once again, Victoria Aveyard is like pushing my buttons in specific areas because there was a character that something happened to, and I'm like, must you take away all that is good? But anyway, I will see you guys very soon, hopefully Friday with a Favorite Friday jar. And if not, then maybe I'll finish the series this week, even though King's Cage is bigger than Glass Sword, and Glass Sword took me about a week to read. But anyway, maybe I'll have a book series discussion for you guys. If not, I will see you Friday. And then, yeah, whenever I see you after that. I love you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Thank you for those who commented on my last video. That actually really means so much. I know it was an unboxing and not like a book talk, but still, that actually really made my day. So thank you to those two. And I will see you guys very soon. I love you. Have a great day and happy reading.